Hey, good morning. Good morning. It's Sunday. Time for chat and coffee. Got my coffee right here. And just for Joanna, I got the gnome. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Sunday Morning Live, where I'm going to update you on what happened this week in the trial news. And it is the end of the month, the day that I usually set my goals. And Tim is right on board with a $25 super chat. If I get 9 more, I'm going to do a giveaway by the end of the live. I do this every month at the end of the month. And today's giveaway is someone didn't claim one of their prizes. So you guys are going to be the beneficiary of that. A crafting journey art mug, whatever they call these, thermos, mugs, cups. Anyway, Lisa, oh, hello, Mickey, hello. Let me say hello to everybody. But I am going to show you this. So we'll need 10 super chats of $5 or more. Okay, so Dawn, hello. Silver Stitches, you're here. Good morning. Here's the cup. It has my artwork on it. It's got a lid. There you go. So that someone will win that today if we get 10 super chats of $5 or more. Also, I'm going to change the banner up here real quick. Don't forget to post a picture of what you've been working on this week. I took pictures and then didn't post them. I'm terrible. I'm going to post them before the end of the live so that you guys can see what I've been working on. Oh, I'm a horrible hostess. Oh, so good to see Lisa here. I hope you're feeling a little better. Anyway, Tim, good morning. Tim was up late playing Pal World. I went to bed early last night. I was exhausted. I'll tell you why. Lynn, hello. Rochelle, nice to see you. Gail's here today. I am so glad to see you, Gail. Who else is here? Mickey. Hi, Mickey. You guys, this past week, now you got to let me know ahead of time if you had a birthday. We know Mickey had a birthday, her 29th. I'm going to sing, but I'm only going to sing once. So if it was your birthday last week, please tell me. So hi, Diane. Denise, welcome to the live. Hello. Bling it up. Yes. Way to go with a $19.99 donation. She said, let's go, everyone. Love you, Rebecca. I love you too. You love the cup, but you will never win. Well, that's the attitude, Silver. Although you are over in the UK, and I should say that this is not available for international because I can't afford the postage. So it's just in the US, but I still love you, Silver Stitches. So, all right, here I go. I'm going to sing to Mickey for her 29th birthday. You know, I only sing on 29th birthdays. So there you go. Happy birthday to my best friend, Mickey. Happy birthday to her. Happy birthday to Mickey, her 29th. Happy birthday to you. Tim says, I was in bed by 11. Already turned 8 pens today and going to turn more. 8 pens? You are rocking it. I have enough pens. He's got people that buy pens over and over and over and over and over again. I don't need that many pens. I've got enough pens. Although I always see some that I like. So I'll just show you. These are my favorite pens. This one, the all-time favorite. All-time favorite. Looks like a rose in a vase. It's a Barbie pen. My crafting and crime pen with the knives. And then my art pen. I don't need any more pens. Although I was considering, I love this pen, Tim. I got it from Edward. If I send it to you, can you make it thinner? I hate it because it's so fat. But I was thinking of handed it to you at the retreat, just giving it to you and let you play with it and see if you can make it thinner. It's got that stuff inside of it. If you can't, I understand. But anyway. So How's everybody doing? We had your clocks go forward last night in UK. So you lost an hour of sleep. Well, we went through that not long ago. I hated it. Hated it. You can do that, really, Tim? That would be fantastic. Because I really do love this pen, but it's just I don't like fat pens. You love thicker pens, Mickey. You want this? You want this one? You can have it. All right. Happy birthday to Mickey. She's going to get this. She likes fat pens. I don't. I have big hands, but I don't like fat pens. So why was I so tired last night? Yesterday, I went to orientation for my new job. I'm going to be working as an usher at the Wichita Wind Surge baseball games. And I stood on my feet yesterday for 5 hours and I was exhausted. I was thinking, I don't know if I'm cut out for this because that's going to be every single night. Well, not night. Some are day games, some are night games, but it's not going to interfere with the channel here. I've got the baseball times are all over the place. The only one that would interfere is Sundays, and I don't think I'm going to volunteer to work the Sunday games. They have baseball games 6 days a week. I want to do 5 of the 7 days, not 6 days a week. But so I want to take Sunday off. Remember my purple color changing phallic pen. Okay, Mickey. I think all those pens are phallic. That's another reason I don't like those thicker pens. They look very phallic. I like the thinner pens, you know, the ones that look like pens and not other things. So, but it was an interesting day. I'll talk about that in a little while. But this is the top of the hour, so I want to start off talking about what happened this past week in the trials. I'm not going to talk about the one that I'm recapping because I don't want to spoil it for anybody that hasn't watched it yet. And I will recap Friday's half day. It wasn't even a half a day because they went on a jury view. They put the jury on a bus and they went and they saw, hey, Glitter Angels and Mia, welcome Mia. Nice to see you. They went on a bus to the first, I don't know which one was first, but the 3 locations. They were going to go see the hotel where they found Harry passed out unconscious from alcohol and took him to the hospital. They went to the house where apparently the murder happened at, and they went to the pond where they found her body. So, and then they came back and heard testimony till 1 p.m. And then that was it for the day. And then, but the judge starts out by telling the jury at the beginning of the day that they had done Thursday, they finished at 1 o'clock. Friday, they finished at 1 o'clock. And he tells the jury, Monday, we're going to finish at 1 o'clock. And the rest of he didn't know about Tuesday and Wednesday. He said he'd let them know. Oh, one day they were going to start late because he's got doctor's appointment. And then Thursday and Friday, no court. I don't know what's going on in this courthouse that they can't have a trial for a full day. I don't know if they're sharing it, that courtroom with other, with Karen Reed. I have no idea. But this trial is going to go on for freaking ever. And I intend to cover the Lori Daybell trial. So this may have to take a back seat with this half-day nonsense. I mean, I'll keep you guys updated, but for God's sakes, just try the case and get it over with. This half-day stuff is ridiculous. Anyway, so if you want to update it on that, go listen to the recaps. I'll recap what the little bit of testimony that was heard on Friday. Wasn't a lot. So in the case where, I don't know if you remember this case, and I didn't even write it down where it was at. You guys probably know where it was at, and you'll tell me, where Sheriff Mickey Stein went in and he shot the judge. Remember that case where they were sitting across from each other and there's video of it, and all of a sudden he stands up and he shoots the judge, and they were like, this is the sheriff who shoots the judge and kills him. Like, the judge is hiding under the table and he goes and he kills him. Lori Daybell, talk about falling off the cliff of sanity. Exactly. So, and while I'm talking about all this, you guys post a progress of your works and your work from this week in the Facebook group. So, Sheriff Stein is on trial for first-degree murder. So, to get around the first-degree murder, And first of all, we're not going to hear this trial anytime soon. He has waived his right to a speedy trial, and the prosecution has said they're going to need months to analyze all the evidence. So this is not going to be this year. But he's going to be claiming the insanity defense and that he was under an extreme emotional disturbance. And I'll explain that why. But why is he doing that? Because if the jury believes that he was under this emotional disturbance, then that takes the death penalty off the table, and they can find him guilty of manslaughter. So the state has ordered a mental health evaluation, but Sheriff Stein was involved in a civil suit prior to this shooting. The week before this shooting, he had given a deposition in a case being brought against one of his deputies who was having sex with women in exchange for waiving their probation fees and their bond fees, and so they wouldn't go to jail. Because if you didn't pay him, you'd go to jail. But he'd forgive that. And some of this activity occurred in the judge's chambers. So after this civil suit was filed, they put cameras in the judge's chambers, which is why we got to see that murder, because now there's cameras in the judge's chambers. Crazy thing. But what the defense is saying, that the backlash from that deposition, the sheriff feared that there would be backlash and that his wife and children were going to be in danger from whatever it was he said in that deposition. Now, I don't know if we're going to buy that. I don't know. We'll find out. Then let's fast forward to Donna Adelson. Her trial is coming up, I think, the end of May or sometime first part of June. They've extended all the depositions and discovery till April, because they're still rushing to try to get this. The defense is still rushing to try to get prepared because she had to get new attorneys. So they're trying to get up to speed. One of the motions they heard was they wanted to be able to use the private investigator that was hired by the first attorney. And the judge said, no, you gotta spend the money. You gotta hire a new private investigator. He's involved. It's protected. It's you can't use him. You can't use him because there was a conflict of interest with the first attorney, and that extends to his private investigator. Can't use him, so they're going to have to spend more money. Then she didn't want any evidence to come in of her wealth. She's a very rich lady, which is why she offered the victim $1 million if he would let the kids come live in South Florida or move to South Florida. And he said, that's ridiculous. I don't want your money. In any case, the judge is going to let that come in. Anything that has to do with that offer of her, her offering the money to come to South Florida, but he's not going to let any evidence in of her net worth. Nothing like that. But it will come in that she was offering these big bucks. So you just read between the lines there, and the jury will, I'm sure. There was also argument about whether this book that Wendy Adelson wrote. Wendy Adelson is Donna Adelson's daughter. She was married to the victim. This is a very long story. That's why if you don't know the story, I'm going to have to recap it before the trial starts so that I can bring you up to speed. But there's a lot of players in this case. Wendy is the only Adelson that has not been charged. The father hasn't been charged either. Father and Wendy. But I think that might be coming down the pike. Anyway, she writes this book it was published in 2011. The murders don't occur till 2014. And that was the defense's argument, that any of the similarities in this book to real life were just strictly coincidence, because she writes in that book how much she hated Tallahassee. It was nonfiction, but the main character of the book hated the fictional location where she was living. And the man in the book was very similar to her husband. She was very similar to the main character. So the bottom line, the judge is going to let evidence about that book come in as it relates to being used for impeachment of Wendy Adelson. So the jury's gonna know about it. And the jury's gonna know about the whole thing anyway, because who doesn't know about this case, right? So, and then the last case I want to update you on is that Lori Daybell. She's such a nutbag. She is actually named Nate Eaton. Raise your hand if you know who Nate Eaton is. Like, if you follow YouTube, you know who Nate Eaton is. He's a reporter, investigative reporter, with East Idaho News, and he covered the Daybell trial from day one. He followed them to Hawaii, Lori and Chad, and was actually he was like following them with his camera and his microphone, going, where are the kids? Where are the kids? Where are the kids? And they wouldn't talk to him. And he's the only reporter that actually got that close to the couple. But he's also a consultant for Keith Morrison. Is that 2020? I don't know if that's ABC, CBS. I don't know what, but he's a consultant for one of the main networks on this case. So Lori files a witness list and names Nate Eaton as a witness. So what that does, if you are named as a witness, there's a rule of sequestration, which says you can't come into the courtroom until you give your testimony. Then you can come into the courtroom, unless you're a victim. He's not a victim. He's a reporter. So they're saying, hi, Joanna. So they're saying, because you're on the witness list, you're not going to be able to come into this courtroom. So he has filed a motion for a protective order saying that this violates his First Amendment rights. He is not a witness to anything involved in this murder of her former husband, Charles Vallow, and that this is merely a pretext to keep him out of the courtroom. And it's an abuse of the rules of criminal procedure, which I don't know how the judge is going to rule, but there's no way. I mean, come on, this is Nate Eaton. You got to let him in the courtroom. We got to know what's going on. But yeah, this woman's smart. Lori Daybell, she's crazy, but she's smart. She's like, I'm going to keep this dude out of the courtroom. I'm going to put him on the witness list. I wonder who else she's got on the witness list. All right, so that's the true crime news for the day. That brings you up everything that occurred last week. Nothing much in Kohlberger case. Not much. So thank you. Guess why I'm wearing a sweater, Joanna? Did you give me this sweater? I don't remember if you gave this to me or if I bought it. I don't remember. Anyway, it's still cold. Like, I had the air conditioning on Thursday and Friday, and then last night my sister goes, do you still have the air on? Because it's freezing outside. It was. Like, what the hell is going on here with this weather? But yeah. All right, so moving on. Don't forget, I'm going to be trying some Barbie ice cream at the end of the video today, because I bought 2 flavors. It was buy one, get one free. So we're going to try the free flavor today. I think it's cake pop. Yeah, cake pop ice cream today. Yeah, it's 75 where Joanna is. It's this morning when I walked the dog, it was 40 degrees. So I had this sweater on and I had a jacket on. So it's lovely in the UK. We have the sun shining, door wide open, warm. I love it. I know. It was like that for a couple of days here. Yesterday when I went to the ballpark, I had my Bridgerton sweatshirt on because it was cooler in the morning. And my nose is already starting to itchy. Richard, listen to me right now, Richard. If you are watching back in the replay, if you timestamp this video when I blow my nose, you and I are going to speak. We're going to have a conversation, okay? No timestamping the nose blowing, okay? Just saying. Okay, back to the show. 65 is the high here today. I think it's supposed to get warmer as the day progresses. Let me look. But it's not warm. It wasn't warm when I walked the dog this morning. 43 this morning. Okay, the high today should be 56 degrees. It's only going to be, right now it's 43 degrees. And it's what, 11:20? Like, what is going on with the weather? Can we just get to spring, please? How's the new job, Richard, trolling at the donut shop? Yeah, well, he likes to make fun of me for blowing my nose. I took a Claritin an hour before the show, Hopefully that's working, and I will not be blowing my nose. Yes, time stamping is Lisa's job. That's right. Lisa, don't time stamp me blowing my nose, please. You guys are terrible. Donuts. I would love to have a donut. I almost went to the donut shop last week. There was one day where I went up to the post office, and the donut shop is right next door to it. But I resisted. I was on the phone with Joanna, and I thought, nah, I don't want to hang up my phone call from Joanna, so I won't go to the donut shop. Joanna, you saved me from the donut shop. My goodness. All right, you guys. Getting back to the show. I'm still in this true crime mode. There's so much going on. So on Monday, tomorrow, jury selection starts in the Lori Daybell case. She is representing her case. Hey, Amy, how you doing? Amy plays Pal World with us, and it's nice to see you this morning. So don't forget, tonight we will be playing Pal World. Tim might come in and join us when his live is over. He's going to pop in, and he and I might go do some bosses once he pops in. But I got to show you what I did on my base because it's so cool. So that will be at 7:30. And then tomorrow night, I'm going to be doing part 4 on Build With Me Wednesday, part 4 of the Lover House from the Eras Tour. And I actually found a little mini figure of a woman. She's got on a pink outfit. She's got a microphone in her hand. She's got blonde hair. They're not calling it Taylor Swift, but I need to get that for this house, this Lover House. And we're going to call her Taylor Swift. But you're sick. I'm so sorry. Well, just sit back, relax, enjoy the show, grab your favorite beverage, whatever it is that makes you feel better. And all right. So we are doing the end of the month giveaway. If I get 10 super chats, we only need 8 more. We already got 10 super chats of $5 or more by the end of the live. Or I'm just feeling really, really generous, and I'll do the live anyway, or I'll do the giveaway anyway. But anyway, 10 super chats. This is something I do at the end of every month, so I make sure I get a YouTube check. But anyway, you guys, yesterday, the ballpark, lots of people. There were 80 of us, but we're not all ushers. This was the ticket takers, ushers. Who else? Oh, the people that are working the parking lots. Parking is going to be horrendous. I am riding my electric tricycle to these games, unless it's a night game. I'm going to ride my electric tricycles. Parking is ridiculous. Hi, Tammy. Good morning. It's nice to see you. Yes, Tim, it is a perfect day for Pal World. It's exactly where I'm going to be after this live is over. Playing my game. I am so obsessed with that game. But I'm also obsessed with watercolor. Oh, I was painting again last night. Oh my gosh, Robin, hello. Robin, I saw on Facebook, Robin is on a GLB-1 medication. She says it. I know that's health information and I'm not allowed to go there, but she mentioned it. She's lost over 50 pounds. I'm like, congratulations. Like, you must feel so good. You're signing into distraction. I'm not a distraction, Amy. She needs a distraction from me. So she's signing into the game. You don't have time after your live. Oh yeah. Well, Mia's live after me. You're welcome. I'm very proud of you. I'm on a GLB-1, but I have not lost. I've lost about 10 pounds, but I've only been on it a few months. So I'm only down about 10 pounds, but we're not on the same one, but these are the Manjaro, Wegovy, what's some of the other ones? Ozempic. There's different ones. I take Victoza. There's a bunch of different ones. And manages your blood sugar. So it keeps you at an even keel so you're not craving sweets and stuff. But it doesn't matter what I do. I love chocolate. I'm going to hire Tim to hypnotize me and get that craving for sweets out of my head. You said, Robin says, I guess it varies depending on the medication or the individual, because somebody commented on my post that the daughter had lost 60 pounds in 3 months. Wow. That's, you've lost 60 pounds. Oh, Lisa, not for the same reason. I don't want to lose 60 pounds for Lisa's reason. That's for, what, Tim, can you do that? Can you like take the sugar cravings away from me? Because it don't matter. I want a cookie. If I want a cookie, I want a cookie. And that's what I was going to say. If I was consciously trying to diet, and I'm not, but now I have like 2 cookies instead of 6. So that's the difference. Wow. All right. We'll have to talk. Silver says, I'm not sure my NHS doctors would give me those tablets. Could it help? It's not a tablet, Silver. It's an injection. Some of them are injectables once a week. Mine, I have to inject every day. So I think Ozempic is every day. It varies on which drug you take, but it's an injection. So Robin's been baking. Oh, I love it. Baking about 4 or 5 different things today. Thankfully, you don't have the appetite for them. Yeah, that's great. That's great. That's the thing about my appetite. My appetite's gone down. Like last night, I bought after I left the ballpark, it was 5:00 when I left. I just picked up burgers, but I only ate half the burger. I didn't want the rest. So, in any case, so back to the job. So I get there, and there's all these people. Some are wearing shorts. I was wearing a sweatshirt. Other people were wearing sweatshirts. I mean, the weather's just been crazy, and it's so expensive over here. Otherwise, you would try it. Oh, I'm so sorry, Mia, because it was very, very expensive here, but now insurance companies are starting to pay for it. They realize the benefit of helping somebody that's suffering from obesity, as well as it controls blood sugar and prevents diabetes. Going back to turning, but you're going to lurk. Thanks, Tim. I'll see you in a little while. And hopefully I'll see you tonight in the Pal World Live. He's turning them pens. We need him to turn more pens. Turn those pens. Get them out in the mail. All right. Yes, please don't forget to leave a thumbs up. Thank you very much, Dawn, for doing that. And don't forget to do the super chat. We need 8 more super chats in order to be able to do the giveaway. I'm going to be giving away one of these cups, these beautiful cups with my artwork on it. And it has Mickey's logo and my logo. It's from The Great Escape last year. Somebody didn't claim their prize. So you guys are going to be the beneficiary of that. 51. Did you see that? 51 what? 51 pens? I don't know what 51 he's referring to. In any case. All right. So back to the ballpark. So we first have to, all the new people, and 38 out of the 80 of us were new people. We had to stand in line, give our social security card, driver's license, proof that we are U.S. citizens. Yes. And I got, oh, you're level 51. Nice. I'm at 40. I think I just hit, I don't know, something like that, level 40. So, yeah, you got to prove you're a U.S. citizen. And some people were being sent home. They didn't bring their paperwork. That we were told 3 times in emails to bring our paperwork. Some people just didn't bring it, or they didn't bring the right paperwork, or I don't know. So that took a while for everybody to get, because they had to verify that you had signed all the documents and blah, blah, blah. So an hour after we get there, they finally start the meeting, and they go through all the do's and don'ts. We get 10 free tickets a month. So I'm going to call my son and say, hey, you want to go to some baseball games? He loves baseball. He likes the, what is it? The Kansas City team, the Royals. I was a huge Marlins fan for years. I loved the Marlins, like all during their win of the World Series and everything. And the Baltimore Orioles, those were my two teams, Baltimore Orioles and the Marlins. But now I got to become a Twins fan, apparently, because this is a farm team for the Minnesota Twins. And in any case, he goes through all the do's and the don'ts. We talk about these 10 tickets, which that's so cool. You're 42. Awesome. Anyway, so, but you know, they had these tables, and I'm like, oh gosh, where am I going to sit? So I see this whole group of men. There was like a group of women with one chair open and a group of men with one chair open. Which one do you think I took? Yes, the men. I went over and sat with the men. I'm like, they're going to give me the scoop of what's going on here, right? And they did. They were they had all worked before. They were all married. They were all talking about the vacations that they took during the off season with their wives. Oh, I went to Hawaii. I went to Italy. I went to Ireland. I'm like, geez, holy cow. I went to Ohio. Okay. In any case, after the, here's what you do and don't do meeting, we got to tour the ballpark. This ballpark is ginormous. And maybe they have single friends. Exactly, Mickey. I don't know. Anyway, I know how to pick them, don't I? I found the whole group of married men. So, but we start this tour out, and he takes us around the concourse where you go down to watch the game, which I think is so cool in ballparks when you go down instead of up. Like the whole thing is built downward. But they've got clearly an area nobody wanted to work in. And he said that he had hired a bunch of teenagers to work there, and that's the kids zone, because you have to police this inflatable slide. And I'm like, oh, please. Because he asked me during my interview, do you want to work it? I'm like, oh, hell no. That's a hard no. I do not want to work that. So apparently that's like a punishment. If you get assigned to the bounce house, you're in doghouse. So we get to see that area, and there's all these areas where they have you can rent, and have parties and stuff. They're all over the stadium. So we go all the way around the concourse. Then we go up these stairs, and it goes around the concourse on the second floor, which is all of the suites and stuff, the clubhouses and suites. And then we get all the way around, and then we start going back on the third floor, which is the press box and all those things. Then we've gone around 3 times the stadium, up and down stairs. And then we go back and then go all the way down to the basement and go through the clubhouse all the way around, because there's the home team locker room, which I got to see the showers. I'm like, is this where the magic happens? Anyway, yes, I got to see the showers and the locker room. And then they have what they call the auxiliary locker room and showers, and then the visiting team locker and showers, and then the mascot locker room. I got to see the mascot locker room with all the different mascot uniforms and stuff. And the umpire room, we got to see that. And then they have a separate room for females, coaches and stuff, locker rooms. And it was... And they have like a whole restaurant just for the bottom floor for the clubhouse for the players. It's crazy. It's so wild. It's so big. It's massive, that park. But the parking is just awful. It's terrible, because they're building an apartment building and a hotel right around the stadium. So there's construction everywhere. and places where they're putting the construction stuff that has taken up half the parking lot. So it's crazy. But it seems like a good group of people. You know, there's a lot, you can take a lot of breaks. There's a lot of air conditioned rooms we can go to take a break. There's tons of water. We get 50% off of all the concession stands. But, you know, except for Freddy's. We have a Freddy's, you know, it's a hamburger thing. You don't get 50% off of Freddy's. Anything else, you can have a lousy burger or hot dog for 50% off, but not the good burgers, not the good French fries. Those you have to pay full price for. But who's got time to eat? You know, I got to seat people. Anyway, it'll be fun. You never go anywhere, Amy. Go somewhere. I never go anywhere either. I haven't been anywhere. I had to put gas in my car to get there. So that was a fun drive, getting gas in my car. Have y'all put your stuff in the Facebook group? Should we go look? I'm going to do that really quick because I took pictures. I want to put my stuff in there. Come on, you guys can do it with me. We're going to put our stuff, what we've been working on. Go take a picture. I'll wait. What did you get yourself into, Silver? I can't wait to hear. All right, Facebook. Okay, where's the group? Group. Crafting journey. Oh, I see some people put stuff in there. Good. Photo. Okay, there's that. I'm going to put a photo of my Lover House progress. Post. And then I will put a photo of, I'll let you see where I am with my painting. Next. Post. Okay. I did it. Did y'all do yours? Silver says, I asked a local seamstress if she can make me an Empire Line Regency style outfit because she's been to my home. She's seen my cross stitch and has given me homework. She wants you to do a cross stitch for her. You got to do a cross stitch for yourself. Finish a cross stitch for yourself. Because if you, no. Well, I mean, you could do one for her. You're lurking in the shop. Good. Okay. You haven't been crafting today lately. How come, Amy? Amy, it calms you. It's my zen when I start crafting. I've even bought a sketchbook where I've got these color pens and I'm just doodling and practicing lines and shading, and it's just very relaxing. I have also been watching the World Championship ice skating. Have you guys, so far they've had the women's and the men's, and I think there's still ice dancing left tonight. And then it's over tonight. But if you go on Peacock and scroll through the sports stuff, like you got to scroll way down. You got to get past NASCAR and golf and basketball, and you just keep going. You'll get to ice skating eventually. But you can watch the replays, and the women's final was amazing. It was so good. It was an entire group of women who were not making a ton of mistakes. It was like the best of the best. I like to see a good competition where the person that won because they're really good, not because everybody else fell. And that wasn't the case. These girls were not falling. They were completing their programs, and it was beautiful. And the girl that won, of course, she was from the US. And I had just watched her in Wichita when she was here for the nationals. So it was kind of really cool. It was very cool. You've always loved ice skating. Well, Amy, if you have Peacock, you can still go. They're not going to put it on for long. They don't show the replays for many days after it's over. Like, they'll take them down pretty quickly. So, unfortunately, but if you want to catch some of the replays, and I want to watch some of, they've got an event at the Worlds called Synchronized Ice Skating. I just want to see what that is. I know it's multiple people, but I want to watch a little bit of that because I think it's kind of cool. I never ice skated. I mean, I've ice skated, but I've never taken lessons or done pirouettes or triple axels or anything like that. I'd kill myself. Not me. Yeah. I'm not the most graceful thing in the world. No. Those are for smaller, tinier women. They had one girl that competed in the world who was tall and lanky, and she just looked so out of place. But she was, I think she finished 5th or 6th. No, because the first 6 places were all U.S. and Japan. 3 from the U.S., 3 from the Japan. Everybody else took a back seat to the U.S. and Japan, unfortunately. Tammy says, I haven't much of nothing, just been deep into the Karen Reed and Aiden, aka Turtle Boy cases. See, I don't know anything about this Turtle Boy case. I have no idea what that is. I know it's the same jurisdiction as Karen Reed and the one that I'm covering. But I will not be covering the Karen Reed retrial because it's occurring at the same time as Lori Daybell, and I'm really more familiar with the Lori Daybell case. I would have to do a lot of homework to get caught up on Karen Reed, and I just don't have the time to do that. So in any case, but I do want to just kind of look in to see what this Turtle Boy thing is. I had not heard of it. I keep hearing references to it, and I just don't know what that is. So Hobby Lobby alert. What's going on in Hobby Lobby? She wants you to make your own clothes out of fabric. I used to sew. Here's the problem with sewing. I love to sew. I was sewing like crazy. I was really good at making pencil skirts because I loved when I was working as a lawyer, all I wore were pencil skirts, and they're super easy to make. But a lot of these patterns that you buy, if you follow the pattern, for example, if you're following a size 16 pattern, the outcome is going to be you're getting a size 10 because it's not a true 16, it's a 10. I would have to go up several sizes in the pattern just to get the size that I needed, and it was just it just never turned out right, and I hated it. So, but I would make stuff like purses, and I made these really cool things that hold iPads and phones that you can slide part of it under your bed, and it comes down, and you could put the iPad and your phone in the side of your bed. I have one on my bed that I made. And then I would make them to go over the arm of your chairs in the living room to hold your remote controls. And I would do stuff like that. But I don't even know where my sewing machine is anymore. Joanna says, okay, that's got Handmaid's Tale all over it. Yes. There was one of the ice skaters who skated to a song from The Handmaid's Tale, and she wore a red outfit, and I thought, oh, this is bad. Nobody wants to go there, honey. Good morning, Sue. You will watch me on the replay. You're visiting your grandkids. Well, thank you for popping in, Sue. Love you. And I'm in the middle of watching Friday's episode because Sue wants to talk to me about it. And so far, I'm not impressed. But we'll talk later. Thanks for popping in. Mickey said, make slip covers, tail clothes, curtains, pillows, tablet clothes. Yeah, you did too? Cool. Yeah, I was just not good at clothes. I could do buttonholes and stuff like that. I mean, I learned it all, but my grandmother taught me. My grandmother was a sewer. She was like, this is going back years. She would lay out her pattern, and instead of pinning it to the fabric, she would just put butter knives on top of the pattern and then cut it out. I'm like, Grandma, what are you doing? She was really, really good. But yeah, not me. Anyway, if you want Regency, you're going to have to really learn how to sew, because we're talking about period pieces, and that's just, I've made some period pieces. Oh my gosh. Do I have pictures of any of the stuff I made? I mean, we're going back years and years. I mean, I might. Hold on. Hold my beer, as Tim would say. Hold my beer. He loves to say that. Okay, wait a minute. Where is my Facebook? I don't want a group. I just want my Facebook. Where's all my pictures? Huh. Maybe I can find it on here. Facebook. Home. Friends. Where's my photos? Notifications, menus, videos. I know I have some. Anyway, I'll find one, because what I used to be involved in this group called the SCA. They were basically a bunch of people that like to hang out in the forest and pretend they were from the past, 1300s. It's a medieval group, and they reenact sword fights, and they make medieval projects. And I'm really not doing it justice explaining it, but I would go with my sister-in-law, former sister-in-law, to some of these events, and they would dress up in these costumes from the 1300s. And I made some because they were easy to make. They were like, they just, yeah. If I can find some of those, I'll put them up and show them for you. You can't even draw a straight line, much less cut a straight line. I'm with you, Tammy. I've been practicing drawing straight lines. All right, let's go look and see what you guys have put on the Facebook group. By the way, I have a new Facebook group. I want to give you a link for that. It's just for my art. Let me entertain you. Where is my, hold on. I will give you a link for it. I'll put the link in the chat. If you guys would like to join that, you can just join, and then you get to see my artwork. Copy link address. Let's me put it in the group. Okay, that is I think that's my group. If you click on that, I think you'll see my new Facebook group. If you just want to see my latest artwork and stuff, that's where I'm going to be posting it. Not all of it goes over to Crashley, but everything that's in there has been over to Crashley, and then I'm going to start to put other stuff in there as well. It's kind of like a Renaissance fair. Yeah, Lisa, very similar to that I was talking about. Do I have any paintings left? I do, Gail. I have a couple of the ornaments and a couple of the tree left, if you would like one. They are $55 each in the US. If you're in the US, yeah, it's more, because that's $55 is with the shipping. That's $55. It's $40 plus $15 shipping. So let me know if you want one of those. Anyhow, and I'm having an event in June with okay, thank you, Gail. With DP Addiction Adventures. It's called Christmas in June. And I'm thinking about sending another painting over to be made as a diamond painting for that event. But I'm going to have to take pre-order. So I'm going to choose this week. Yes, Tim, that's the one, the SCA, Society of Creative Anachronists. Yes. I was not I was a member. I was a member. I just couldn't buy into the whole thing. It was just weird. They had kings and queens and dukes and duchesses, and they just got into it. Like they were like into the role playing 100%, running through the forest in their costumes, and not me. What was I talking about? Oh, the paintings. So I want to pick another Christmas painting. that I can send off for pre-orders and get those to you guys by the start of that event in June. So I've got to do that probably this week if we're going to get them in, back in time. So I'll let you know which painting I choose to do that with, or if I got to do no painting. We'll see. Or maybe I'll just do another painting. Joanna says, after Mrs. Claus, I said I quit. You sewed that? The one that your Mrs. Claus outfit? That was beautiful. All right, let's go to the Facebook group. Let me stop talking. Oh, don't forget, we need 8 more super chats. We've got about 39 minutes to go. If we don't get 8 more, I don't get to do the giveaway. It has to be at least $5. That's a donation that goes to support the channel. All right, let's do share screen. I only do it once a month, so I'm not bugging you guys all month long. Where is it? Crafting Dirty Facebook group. Here we go. All right. I'm going to refresh it just in case you guys just posted. So here we go. Are you seeing the screen? Let me make sure you can get a good view of it. Let me pick a better view than that. How about this one? That's a little better. Here we go. There's Mickey's beautiful artwork. All right, here is my painting. I've just got the middle left to do. I've done all of the outside. I'm such a weird diamond painting. I do the whole outside and then I go into the middle. So this is a Chuck Penson. It's called Winter's Oasis. Underneath all those release papers is this beautiful wooden cabin. So I've done the horses. Now I got to do the cabin. But it's a beautiful winter painting because I'm doing the year of Christmas and winter. And that's just turning out gorgeous. It's been a pleasure to work on it, although it's an older Diamond Art Club, so the drills are not great. They're really not, but that's just the way it is. And this is, as far as I got on Monday night, I got part 3 done, which was that purple room up on the top. So now we've got 4 rooms. There's a blue room, a green room, and behind that door is a secret red room. There's a spiral staircase, a purple room. This was a lot of fun. These little balloons that go on the table and these fancy lanterns. And yeah, it's a cute little project and it has not been difficult. Knock on wood. So far, no gears. No, there is some wiring, but not much. All right. Tammy, her Joe Wall progress. Oh, that's huge. It's beautiful. Oh, the confetti. Look at the papers, you guys. Look at the release. She's using last year's Splish Splash Spring Bash papers from release papers from last year, the umbrellas. They may still be available on Crashley's site, but we used a different one this year for the Splish Splash. But so pretty. That's going to be gorgeous when you finish, Tammy. Just gorgeous. All right, let's scroll down here. I want to give her a like because I think it is beautiful. Gail, she must have been participating in Get Your Weird On because he is. Or you could do Splish Splash Spring Bash with this because he's trying to protect himself from the rain. This is Stitch when he goes out last night. It started thundering and raining and he was still outside. But he hides in my neighbor's shed because he doesn't have a door in his shed for some reason. And he came home completely dry. So, In the Rain by Meow. Look at that. Mia Ow from Jaded Gem Shop. That's cute. Meow. That's adorable. I love the leaf idea as an umbrella. So cute. Who's this? Diane, what are you working on? Oh, the doctor's coat. I love it. I love it with the watercolor flowers and the whole thing is supposed to be watercolor. And I just think it's such a good representation. It really is. It's beautiful. And that's like a good size for a painting. It's not huge. It's big, but not humongous. Okay, let's see what Silver did. This is what she's working on. I have it in her design. I know she was up here in the bird area before. She had to frog a lot. Yeah. Oh, pretty. Very pretty. Love the colors. So you can see where she's up here, right up here. Nice. Good job. Give you a like. Denise, she's doing paint gems. Doggies, where is your Great Pyrenees? or your Rottweiler? She's got a St. Bernard there and a Chihuahua, Great Dane. So cute. I've never done a paint gem project. I've just never done any. I never bought any. They're super cute. I bet that was fun. Jerry, oh my gosh, you guys, Jerry is making these project bags and the fabric is amazing. First of all, it's amazing that she's doing this. She's got the zippers and I never did project bags. I should have tried them. She's sewing these and she's getting really, really good at it. We're going to wait till she gets really, really good at it and then we're going to try to buy some from her. But I love the fabric you picked at. It's beautiful. Very spring. Rochelle. Rochelle was in my live on Monday night with Tia. She started this Disney project, Disney Lego. This is what it will look like when it's finished. It is quite the feat that she's undergone. See, she cut off in the picture where it says down here below Lego where it says 18 years and over. That means this is not an easy Lego set. I think I'm doing a 6-year-old level one. Lego Love Monday Night Fun. Yes, come join me on Monday nights if you want to build Legos together. How cute is this? That's Walt himself right there. Very cute. Very cute. Let's give her a thumbs up. Tia was in there with us. She started a Friends Lego project, and I don't think she's done with it yet, but almost. Here's Mickey's. Oh, no, this is Rhonda's. Rhonda, if this isn't permitted, please delete. DAC is voting currently on, and oh my gosh, I need this one. Like, I really need this one. Dakota Detweiler, darn girl, this one has me over it. Oh, this is one of the votes you can do with you. This is going to be so big, Rhonda. And I am in on that voting thing, but I just ignored the email. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know. It takes too long to go through them, and I don't really buy Diamond Art Club that much anyway. Your newest, oh, here's some more of her project bags. Look how cute this fabric is. It is adorable. I don't know where you got this fabric, but I really love it. And I love project bags. If you do a lot of cross-stitch, project bags are amazing. Tammy, this is this last week's Joel. It is. All right, where's the rest of you guys? What are all the rest of you doing? What are you doing? Come on. Where's your paintings? Where's your art? What have you guys been doing? Anybody else? Let's take a look. Let's find out. Nope, just me. Just little old me working on my Chuck Benson. It is a lot of confetti. Look at the sky. This is like 10 different blues up here in the sky, but a lot of fun. All right, back to the show. We're going to take that out. Tim's been doing pens as well. I showed off some of your pens. Oh, why am I not big again? What happened? Wait a minute. Hold on. There we go. Oh, I don't even like that one. How about that one? There we go. Cherries are in now. Yeah. Long suffering can steal his Legos. Long Suffering bought a Lego set. He's got the Concord that Joanna bought him, but he needs to start small. And I agree. He needs to, if he's never done them before, start with a smaller kit and work your way up to go and do the Concord. And so hopefully he'll be tuning in with us on Monday nights and we'll get him started. Make him watch on Monday nights and I will walk him through how to get started on a Lego set. Lisa posted, but for some reason it posted as anonymous. All right, let me go back and see, Lisa. I want to see what you've been up to. Oh, I got to put it back in the thing. Put it back. There we go. Let's find Lisa's post. Let's go to new posts. Recent activity. Who's this? Watercolor tutorial. Oh, this is Lisa's stuff. She's doing watercolor. First of all, these colors are beautiful. I love when you combine blues and purple. It's just so ethereal. That's kind of my favorite. And she's doing some stained glass. Love it. Stained glass is really, really difficult. I love that you've got the vibrant colors going here, but it's just so hard to do stained glass and watercolor. But you've done an amazing job. Look how cute. This is how you get good at watercolor. You just keep practicing. That's how I started. I'm doing circles and stuff. But I love that you're combining these colors. Like when you combine watercolor, like you layer it like that, you've got all these different color combinations and it's just so pretty. Good job, sweetie. Keep going. Really, keep going. Let's see if anybody else turned up as anonymous. Nope, just me. Okay. All right. Where are the rest of my super chats, you guys, so I can do this giveaway? All right, we're going to stop sharing the screen. Juris posted your current LLW pen. Really? Okay, we got to do the screen again. I got to see her pen. Did you post it in my group or Tim's group? Which group? Let's refresh and see if we can see her pen. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh. Whoa, where did that go? That was beautiful. You put it out on the lawn. That's gorgeous. It's got butterflies and stuff. Is that flowers in the pen? That's pretty. And it's like the tulip cut. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. It's a little thick for my liking. I would have gone, that looks like a 5 something. I always do like a 4.8 on the end. See how the end is a little, but that's maybe to get that tulip effect. I'm not sure. Very pretty. That was a good buy. Back to Lisa's watercolor. Love it. Love it. Love, love, love it. You just did one, but forgot to leave a note. Did one what, Joanna? What did you do, Joanna? Did you post? I don't think she posted. You do like a 6/8. Oh, you like a big old pen, don't you, Denise? She likes them phallic ones, the big old ones, the big ones. Yeah. You did a super chat? Where did it go? I didn't get it. Are you sure it went through, honey? There it is. Okay, we got 3. We only need 7 more. Okay, it's here. So, yeah, we got 3 super chats. We need 7 more, and then I will give away this cup. Yes. Because who doesn't want my artwork on a cup? As you enjoy your, where did my copy go? Oh, here it is. Joanna, I'm using my gnome cup just for you this morning. Joanna's really into gnomes. She just loves them. If you guys are thinking about getting her something, make sure it has gnomes on it because that's her favorite thing. She's going to strangle me. Help me get clutter free. Yeah. I haven't talked about it much, but I'm finding clothes that I didn't even remember that I had this. It was in a different closet. I'm like, oh my God, how come I didn't wear that this winter? And then of course today when I woke up and it was cold, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna wear it. And it's very comfortable because it's kind of thin. It's very thin. But so this is a perfect weather for this shirt. The ballpark is not like I ordered I haven't ordered it yet, but I've picked out a pair of sneakers. Skechers. Are Skechers a good sneaker? Because I picked out a pair of Skechers that I want to get that are supposed to be walking shoes because I need a good like arch support walking shoe. And I don't want to spend hundreds of dollars. So I'll show you the one I picked out that I want to get. And if you must know, I had some fraudulent activity on my credit card, on my bank card, debit card. So I'm waiting for my new debit card before I order anything. But I picked these out. They're called Skechers Go Walk. Anyway, those. Does anybody know if that's a good shoe? Because I need a good shoe. Oh, let's see what the reviews say. Do they provide adequate arch support? Let's see what it says. The product description doesn't mention arch support. Customers generally say they are comfortable. One review mentions the shoes provided relief for aching feet. That's what I'm going to need. Your Skechers are very comfortable? Cool. Let's see what the other reviews say, because I really should read the reviews. These are navy and pink, and they're available in my size. You were the victim of fraud once, and it made me feel stupid. It happens to everybody, Silver Stitches. It's so common right now. And Amazon Prime is the one that did it to me. Amazon Prime, of all people. I canceled my plan 2 months ago. You guys know I canceled. I told you I canceled it. And then they go and charge me $150 for another year. And I'm like, no. I told you I don't want this. Yeah, so now I have to cut up the card and get a new card, and because you can't call them. There's no phone number for Amazon. Trust me, I have tried. There's phone numbers if you look on the internet for a phone number. Those are fraudulent phone numbers. You call those numbers and they try to sell you stuff. So I just, I just did away with it. So let me see the rest of the reviews. There's other shoes out there that are more expensive. They're less expensive. You can try them on virtually. How the heck do you try shoes on virtually? Joanna says, honey, Stitches, if I had a penny for every time I got shook, girl. Yeah, exactly. Don't feel stupid. It happens. Here's what makes me feel stupid. When the baseball team thing, it's not even feeling stupid. I just feel old. They're like, okay, put in your username and or pick a username and password. So I pick a username and password. Well, it don't work. I tried 3 times. It locks me out. So I call the guy and say, okay, I'm locked out. He goes, okay, I'm going to put a username and password in for you. And he puts in the username, and it's the password was like 1, 2, 3, 4 or something. And then you have to change it to something else. I put that in, and it's like, nope, you're locked out. I'm like, did you unlock it? And he's like, yeah. So now I'm starting to feel like gaslit, like I'm old, like you're that stupid. You can't even put a username and password in. No, I can't, apparently. So frustrating. You have a customer number I call all the time if you want. I can say, no, I've already taken care of it. I just marked it as fraudulent activity. They'll give them bank money back to the bank. I've taken myself out of the equation because they shouldn't have charged me to begin with. It was fraudulent. So stop using my card just because you have it. Anyway. Silver says, I've managed to get through on Amazon. Now I've gotten through with phone numbers before, but this time I could not find a phone number, and I was very frustrated. Maybe that's why I couldn't find the phone number. So I just called the bank and got it all straightened out with the bank. I'm getting a new card. Amazon will not have a copy of it, but so should I go with Skechers? Skechers will be okay, you think, for the ballpark? I mean, if they're not, I'm going to have to try again. How do you try a shoe on virtually? That doesn't even make sense. Point at your feet. Okay, let me point at my feet. That's 1 foot. Oh, the shoe is on me. No way. But you can't turn your foot. Well, that just shows me it looks good. It looks good on my foot. That's hilarious. All right. I'm going to go get the ice cream while y'all think about whether you want me to do the giveaway. We need 7 more super chats. I'll be right back. Okie dokie. Yes, buy the Skechers. Okay. Joanne, don't tell them you are afraid of gnomes. All right. Pink party cake pop. Pink party cake pop. Cake batter flavored ice cream with dance party sprinkles. Not regular sprinkles, people. Dance party sprinkles. And vanilla cake pop pieces. So in other words, there's just a bunch of vanilla cake in here. You have a gnome fear, honey. So I read some of this last week. This is from a company called Frozen Farmer that actually supports women-owned businesses if you purchase this product. And it was buy one, get one free at Dillon's or probably any Kroger, any store that Kroger owns that's run under different names. Frozen Farmer. We're going to open it up. This does not have as many calories as other ice creams. So 720 in the entire container, which is much lower than the ones I like that have chocolate in it, unfortunately. 240 calories per serving because there's 3 servings in here. Like, right. Sure there are. 2 at best, not 3. My sister does that. She will take one of these containers and she'll take like 2 bites of it and then put it back. I'm like, what are you doing? That's not having ice cream. That's having a taste. 2 bites. Oh my God, you guys, look. It is pink. Like, it's not even showing the right pink. This is like hot pink. Look, hot pink. It is really pink. Oh, wow. This is cotton candy pink. Holy moly. I'm going to give it a second, you guys. Probably would crackle in my mouth. Ooh, you think so? the party ones? Oh, I didn't think of that. Remember that? What is that stuff? The Pop Rocks? Remember Pop Rocks? It would pop in your mouth. All right, let's see if we can get a bite. Hot pink ice cream. I'm all about this. It needs chocolate. It does. It just needs something. Does it taste like a vanilla cake pop? First of all, I've never had a vanilla cake pop. And I prefer chocolate cake to vanilla cake, but it's okay. Oh, we got the sprinkles. They're just sprinkles. I need to stop eating it. I'm hungry. I'm not impressed with this ice cream. It's not, I probably would not buy it again. I'm going to go down the aisle to the chocolate flavors because while I do love hot pink, it's I'll give this to my sister. She'll eat it. Because it's lower in sugar than the other ones. I mean, there's still, oh my God, 81 grams of sugar in the entire container. Still less than the ones that I prefer that have caramel and chocolate and all that good stuff in it. My favorite peanut butter ice cream is that one that I bought a few weeks ago that had the peanut butter in it was so good. It was amazing. And I did get 3 servings out of that one. I will be honest, I did get 3 servings. Come on to Haagen-Dazs aisle. You want me to try a Haagen-Dazs flavor next week, Joanne? I can try a Haagen-Dazs flavor. We'll go with Haagen-Dazs. If it's on sale, we'll find one. Hold on, let me put this away. I'm going to say that ice cream is good for like a 2-year-old birthday party. But why are you buying a little tiny pint for your 2-year-old birthday party? Maybe you only have a couple people there. I don't know. But yeah, it's not my thing. But next week we'll try a Haagen-Dazs flavor if that's what you prefer, my dear. You love chocolate cake too? Me too, Silver Stitches. We got 12 more minutes to see if we can get 7 more super chats. I'm thinking this is not going to happen today, but that's okay. I do want to do a giveaway. You guys, come on, 7 more? No? We could try it again. We'll try it again next month. I only do this once a month. So anyway, some people will do it every single day. Anyway, what else is going on? Oh, I am working on the ribbing for that sweater. Because I was looking at, I've done the building blocks, the diamond painting. I'm thinking, is that all I did last week? I did a lot of practice watercolor, and I worked on that sweater, especially watching the ice skating. Because you watch like their 3 or 4 minute program, and then you got to listen to 10 minutes of commercials and analyzing and interviews and all that good stuff. So I'm getting a lot of crocheting done during this ice skating, but the ribbing is going really, really nicely. It's I'm halfway around the bottom part of the sweater, more than halfway, I think. Richard loves, I know he told me that he liked the sweater. He said he was proud of me right after he time stamped me. No time stamps today, Richard, not once. I think that Claritin worked. I've been taking it regularly now for like 4 or 5 days. I just got to keep taking it. And I think it'll help the whole nasal congestion. So if we could just get spring here. I think closing up the house the other night and putting the air conditioning on helped. Because it got rid of a lot of the smoke that's in the air from wildfires and all the spring stuff that's coming up. And yeah. Anyway, I think all that helps. And the Claritin. Oh, Joanna and I did a live on Friday. If you guys want to check it out, it's her live. I was just a guest, and she don't need me. I didn't need to be there. Seriously, she's so funny all by herself. She doesn't need me. But we both wore the same sweater. We had matching sweaters on that night. I would not. I would be a nut on Clarendon. It works great for John. Well, I don't get the kind that you have to sign for to, like, get your name on a government list or something. That, and show your driver's license. I don't get that Clarendon. I have the over-the-counter Clarendon that doesn't have that secret ingredient. So we did have fun. I did have fun on your live. She's got so much Timo stuff. And I got my dipstick. My dipstick. Do, do, do. Y'all want to see? Yeah. Got my dipstick. All right, guys, hopefully I will see the Cardigan Club. Yes. Hopefully I will see you in the community this week. I'm going to end this banner because this is not happening today, but I thank you guys who did do the super chats. I really, really appreciate your supporting the channel. If you are members and Patreons, I also very, very much appreciate your monthly donations to the channel. And hopefully we can do a giveaway next month. What part of the live was funny? Tammy's like, well, that part of the live was funny, but that part wasn't. See you next week with hopefully more progress. Yes, Silver. And I want to see those period pieces. I want to see you sewing that stuff. Learn to sew. You're young. Learn to sew. It's actually fun to sew. I love sewing. Gail says, have a great day, everyone. Thank you, Rebecca. Don't expect her to pull out of the tray. Didn't expect her to pull out the tray. Oh, yeah. I pulled on this live that I had with Joanna. I pull out my dick stick. She has a whole tray of them. She pulls out a whole tray of dipsticks. That was funny. All right, now I know which part she was talking about. So tonight, 7:30, Pal World. Tim from Leopard Leatherworks, he's going to pop in. He's on our server. We're going to go do a couple bosses together. So 7:30, he'll probably be there a little bit later on, not there in the beginning. And then tomorrow night at 7:30 is Build With Me Monday. If you Build With Me Monday, if you've been wanting to try Legos or you just like to watch people do Legos, I'm going to have the table view on tomorrow night because I don't have a guest. We'll go back to the table view. You'll get to watch me do part 4 of the Lover House. And I will see you in the Crafting and Crime video tomorrow. Dipstick, Amy, it's a dick stick. It's a dick stick. Or dipstick, whatever you want to call it. It's not for checking your oil. All right. Love you all. Have a great week. And I'll see you around. Bye, everybody.